And as this room fill up, be sure to hit that like button, share this content, let that friend, that neighbor know where to go when it's time to tune in to Cowboys Sports Talk and beyond. Come on, baby. That's including the ice wall. Yep. They really say ain't no party like a cowboy party. But what about our Law Nation's groove? From my studios to yours. Brought to you by Frenkel and Frenkel Personal Injury Lawyers. Cowboys still have 3 huge holes. And they're big. That's defensive tackle, 1 tech, not 3 tech. A lot of people don't understand the difference between the two. Wide receiver and defensive back. Come on with it. 5, 4. Put a 1 in the chat if the audio is straight. No swiggly audios over here. Come on. Want to quiz you guys. Where do the 3 tech line up at? Where do the 1 tech line up at? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come on with it. Yeah. They say ain't no party like a cowboy party. But what about a Law Nation's groove? All right, so clearly 3 holes left on this team. I think the running back room is salvageable, right? We got a rookie running back named Jadon Blue. I think Miles Sanders is going to have a bounce-back year. Javonte, I think that he's a veteran running back, even though he's been hurt or what have you and been around and these sorts of things. But I think that if everything can align with him, he could be a good situation for us. Deuce Vaughn fighting for his life, right? They just cleared a few guys to get cut this week, and let me see if I can find those names for you guys, man. And we get things moving and grooving. So with that being said, they release 1, 2, 3, 4. They released 4 guys, so they're making room for others, and definitely the draft helped, right? The draft absolutely helped, and when we look at this team, we can see that, Malik Davis, he's gone, right? Offensive guard, Jack Anderson, he's gone. Brock Morganson, he's gone. Not Hoffman, that's the linebacker. And then the other offensive tackle, Earl Bostic Jr., he's gone. And the Cowboys also utilized their IE for defensive tackle, Denzel, not Washington, but Daxon. This expectations allow him to carry to the 91 player on the roster. So, hey, so when we look at all of those things, ladies and gentlemen, one of the things that I want to point at is that we got to get out of the habit, because we have a difference of opinion, to go straight to he's an idiot, he's a fool, he's a clown. All of this stuff, all of those extra things, it's just crazy to me, because what we all want is what's best for this team, right? What we all want is what's best for this team. We on defense, we are 4-3 defensive base team. Right now, far as our defensive line, we got good edge rushers, right? And then the expectations for edge rushers are to rush and get to the quarterback. And if you play and run, you got to contain, right? You can't be greedy. You got to be disciplined enough. So edge rushers play a major role in this defense too. 3 techs, their job and duty is to also hold gaps. But in Matt Eberflus system, he wants you to shoot the gap, get upfield, and also contain if necessary. But on your way to the quarterback, If he's not there, then stop the run, right? And then when you start to think of it, he always had bigger bodies as the one tech. Now they can either sometimes he do use odd fronts because he's so versatile with linebacker and coaching philosophy that they may go to an odd front, and you want to be having a guy that can burst, get off, and a quick acceleration. We get that. Now, I was listening in to Scott Walker Steele's show this morning, and we heard the news of Boss Cowboys Sports called in, and he was saying, like, hey, when you look at it after you do your homework on everything, majority of the issues on defense, we probably need another one tech. Because what we can't do is rely on, and I'm not saying that Jay Toei, how you said, I call him Toei, man, messing that dude name up. Can we just call him JT, right? Well, JT in the game, it's good to have a rookie. It's good to have potential upside. But what we can't do is expect these guys that just came off from playing college football to be ready for a 17-week schedule, right? So you want to bring in a veteran to help. That's all we're saying. So think about it. Your man strength ain't here yet, right? And it's normally a wall that all rookies must go through. It's just a rite of passage, It's just for what it is. So with that being said, I agree with them because at first I was like, hey, let's go get a number 2 wide receiver or number 1 wide receiver. We'll be good in that light. But if we're going to run the ball a lot, if we're going to run the ball a lot, it's going to require us to have physical wide receivers, and we already got that. Flo and what's his name? Oh, Flamingo. Them 2 physical guys, man. If we're going to be running the ball, and I think that Flo can get separations, and we'll see what he's going to do for the 2025 season, right? And, yeah, the bring back Cooper, that's a cherry on the top, right? Amari Cooper, that's a cherry on the top. If it's Keenan Allen, that's cherry on the top. We talking about cherries, right? But if you're going to be a run-first team, then you really don't have to count and bank all of that on the wide receiver being such a big thing. I hear so many people say, well, if CeeDee Lamb go down, then, you ain't going nowhere. Well, if Justin Jefferson go down, what do you think what's going to happen with the Vikings? If Jamar Chase go down, what do you think going to happen to Cincinnati? A.J. Brown, he goes down, what do you think going to happen to the Eagles, right? So we can play the game. Injury's part of it. If Michael Irvin went down in the 90s, we probably wouldn't have seen those 3 Super Bowls, right? So we can't play the if. You got to make sure that your team is well equipped, right? And there's no truths to, hey, I know for sure this guy's going to play a full healthy season. That's why it's the war of attrition, right? And the Cowboys, we know how they operate. In their eyes, they don't see Mingo as a 4th-round draft pick, right? They don't see him as that, what they got rid of. They see Mingo as a 2nd-round draft pick, the 39th overall pick in the year he came out, So that's just for what it is, ladies and gentlemen. So let's not get all bogged down on how people think that this and that is only the right way, And y'all know how the Joneses do this thing. Let me see if I can pull this up. Hold on. Y'all know how the Joneses do it. Let me see if I can play with y'all minds right quick. Hold on. Let me do this right quick. And we're gonna pull this one up, They forever do it this way, Cowboy Nation. Let me pull it over to the bigger screen over here. And this is exactly I'm pre-laughing because I know y'all going to see the same. All right, so if you squint your eyes, there's a pretty lady in there, Yeah. That's how they see Mingo. Squint your eyes. Oh, my God, Mingo's good, right? But the same way they see Mozzie, and the same way they see Jay, and the same way they see Denzel, who's on injury reserve, basically. Football is 100% injury sport. Yeah, Big Sarge, you're right. Now switch your eyes, keep looking. Quick, switch your eyes. Don't it look good? Oh, hey.
Dread it, run from it. Destiny arrives all the same.
but now
it's here.
it's here.
Or should I say?
Yeah. And that's also how Hennessy worked, you know. Yes, indeed. We'll be Gucci at defensive tackle this year. Yeah, I think that also, just to counter the whole conversation, is just to counter the whole conversation. You squint your eyes, you can see. Yeah, just to counter the whole conversation. The Matt Eberflus style of stopping the run is a whole lot different than what we had in the two previous administrations. Right? Who wins tomorrow, Ron Garcia or Rollies? Who you got? Ron still got them quick hands. I don't know, man. Lakers in 8, baby. Lakers in 8. Oh, they don't go 8 series. Y'all leave the Lakers alone. Squint your eyes, and this is what you would look at. This is what you would look at a bottle after Jack or more of cognac. Too broke to pay attention. Yes, indeed. Got them crazy eyes. Y'all spend No doubt. But we're going to talk about the other thing that we need to talk about, and that is Jory Epstein says also the wide receiver thing. Let's listen to her real quick.
And yeah, as it relates to Amari Cooper, I would not be surprised if that happens. I think to me, the first question I would want to ask Amari is, how's your wrist doing? Because he really was not a production impact in Buffalo. I think you can say, well, was he taking away attention from other guys on the field? All that. Like, I don't think he hurt Buffalo, but he did have the wrist injury. At first, he was on the field kind of playing through it. And so I would want to know where he is from a health standpoint. But Amari still lives in the Dallas area in the off season. And so I definitely think that it's reasonable that he would say, okay, he'll be 31 in June. He might want to stay home. He's got his life there, get another year. And I think if I'm the Cowboys, I'm interested in that. It's not going to be for a ton of money, but Amari's made his money in his career. And so he might be open to that. Or maybe you have a really incentive-laden deal. And I also think I would be very clear that CeeDee Lamb is still my first receiver, because I don't think Amari is playing at his peak right now, but he will be able to help you in certain times. And he will be able to be another person on the field that another team, again, we talked about that NFC East competition. There are guys, the NFC East is going to have to be concerned about a healthy Amari more than they're probably currently going to have to be concerned about Jalen Tolbert or Kevontae Turpin. So
she said when Amari is healthy, teams will be more concerned, out of the two, right? Be more concerned. And, hey, I don't know if y'all heard it, man, but the craziest thing of it all, you can lose your mind.
Cincinnati Bengals was one. I only heard from two teams. Guess what the two teams that called me, Ocho, say, what's your phone number, where you going to be?
Who that?
Shut the fuck up. Next door.
Shannon Sharp going through it, y'all. That's my new drop for Ray. I'm gonna find a way to clip that one right there. Shannon is going through it, y'all. Shannon Sharp is going through it, man. God dog, boy. See, sometimes, man, people can throw you off a little bit, man. So for those who shut the hey, Lola says Shannon is nasty. Yeah. Amari Cooper would be a desperate move. It's a familiarity move. Well, let's look at some options here, and we're gonna keep it open, okay? All right. So I was looking at defensive line earlier. Let me just go to the wide receivers and see what's available, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so desperate move, sometimes desperate times equal desperate moves, right? Sometimes you got to, I see something good in there, you know what I'm saying? You just got to squint your eyes and see. Maybe it could be a good thing or it could be a bad thing. It's up to you, right? But here are the options, right, as far as wide receivers, and then we'll turn back around and we'll look at defensive tackles. All right, Quentin, appreciate you. Dr. Q, JJ, and SJ getting cute. Go get Keenan Allen. Okay, so you team Keenan Allen. hey, that's still not a bad choice. Not a bad choice at all. I thank you so much, Dr. Q. I'm looking at this right here. He's about 3 years older than Amari Cooper, which is cool, right? And then you have Nelson Aguilar. You have also DJ Chark. You got Tyler Boyd. You got Brandon Powell. You also have Chris Connolly and Jamison Crowder and Deontay Hardy or Hitley or whatever you say that, and Gunnar Olowski. You can't even say his name, boy. But it drops off from there. When I'm looking at this list, I hope you guys can squint your eyes to see this list as well. What I'm going to tell y'all is that outside of maybe DJ Chark and Tyler Boyd, I think that these other two will be very, very, very revered here because Keenan Allen, of course, of what his background is, and then Amari Cooper, of course, of what he can bring and what he brought to the table, right? And don't want to deal with Nelson Aguilar, definitely don't want to deal with him. I think that the Cowboys, unless you are willing to make the trade, and it seems as if, though, the Cowboys are willing to let this week go by. We got rookies mini camp, and they're going to test out the rookies that we have here, especially the undrafted free agent guys. I behoove them to go to sleep at the Omni, right, and wake up, roll out of the bed, and be there 15 minutes before practice. You better be there early. You got to make sure your first impression is your last impression. And be sure to be on your P's and Q's, right? And Q's and P's. Be on them all because right now they're cutting folks. The wake-up call is very much so here. And as you guys can see, there's open availability when you get cut. So when I'm looking at this quick list, running back got cut, 2 offensive linemen got cut, a linebacker got cut. So if you are another running back, you probably have a situation and a chance, right? But then again, the Cowboys do free up roster spots to solidify other areas of need. So all I can say is with any of these guys with wide receiver, who would you go with? And Cuddy, come on, man. I don't want you in the comment saying that. I'm just messing with you, Cuddy. He says Jerry ain't signing Amari nor Keenan. Yeah, he going. Well, if nobody got James Washington there, where he at? Yeah, where James Washington at? Oh, he out the league. Okay, shoot, Jerry fool around. Go with the Cowboys sign Nasimba Webster. They're gonna. That's probably be the guy they sign right here. Yeah, it probably somebody at the bottom of this list. He's older, but Mingo is your future. Who cares? Yeah. Mingo is the future because they're going to love how Mingo in their eyes, right? They see Mingo. They see a Mingo, a beautiful thing. Appreciate you. Rashad Bateman or Dobbs is the trade option. Rashawn Bateman, I don't think that he is. I heard some whispers of that on Twitter, people making the case for that. That would be a situation. Now, granted, the Ravens haven't been known for their wide receivers. They saying that they need more wide receivers, right? And we go fool around and pick from them. Now, I've seen Bateman tape. I think that he's a good stem route runner at the top of the routes. He get a little fancy with it. Will he be better than what we have now? Yes. But we ain't talking about moving earth and water, moving earth and matter around and all of this stuff. We talking about literally someone being better than Jalen Brooks, someone being better than Jalen Tolbert. It's just like this. DJ Chark, Nasimba Webster. Yeah. That's who we probably end up signing, and y'all just blame me, And far as the other room, let's pull up the aspect of who's on the defensive line side, and we'll see who we can go out there and possibly get from the defensive line side. And when I pull up this and I'm looking at availabilities, They got Roquan Davis that's at the top of it right here. Let me pull this up for y'all. Roquan Davis, he, in my opinion, I guess roll tide. Roquan Davis. When you look at him, he's the youngest out of this group. He's 27, right? And he's like what? Let me pull this up. 6'7", 335 pounds. I'm looking at the way the Cowboys are looking at this. You can bring him in for a cup of coffee. Don't give him a world-class, crazy contract here. But you can give him something that's serviceable enough, maybe $2 to $3 million, and now you get somebody in there with pedigree, someone who understands the terrain as far as that defensive line, and he'll be a perfect, legitimate one tech for you, right? Let me see if I can correct this from defensive tackles all the way down. Bear with me. So we do have Raekwon Williams, Bruce Hector, as you see. Them names, man, they become real thin. And if I were to get it back from the original and get it back to over here, let me see. Bear with me, y'all. Let me see if I can go and fix this up right quick. Bear with me. Defensive tackle. Okay, pull it up. Okay. Availability. All right. You got Austin Johnston. Johnston is not a bad one. John Jenkins, he's been around since almost the Clinton administration. Shoot, John Jenkins still playing. God dog, him and Linval Joseph. Jonathan Hankins, he's not available now. I think Hankins just signed a 1-year deal. So if the Cowboys really into trying to fix this thing up, then they should figure out a way to solidify that defensive tackle and I'm not saying that Raekwon Davis can do that, but I do agree with Sky and Boss on this, is that you bring in somebody like Davis that play the game, and they can help you out in so many other ways. And let me see if I can pull this up. Yeah, this was him when he was with the Dolphins or what have you. Just lining up at 0 and being able to walk his guy back. And I know that we don't have like current tape on him, but this is him with the Colts. Just a good run stopper here. Not going to give you 7 or 8 sacks there, but here's a guy that played down in the trenches before, and he's only of the age of 27. Throw him a deal, throw him a bone, and let's see what we can get from this thing, and that will be a good situation for us. I think that if you bring in a veteran defensive tackle, a good front seven can always help your DBs. Just like your offensive line, we went drafted offensive line, we went drafted a running back. That should help out your wide receivers. But in the flip side, I know I want JT, the big guy, to play lights out. I really want Mozzie to play lights out. I really want all of those things. But the propensity of the chances, let's get them, Let's find out a way. You says Raekwon Davis is an Eberflus guy? Yeah, and is he still free? Because I want to make sure. I know these sites sometimes can be a little dated here. I think that if we fool around and get somebody, and it didn't hit me that Raekwon Davis already know Matt Eberflus, and he's the kind of caliber of guy that you would want in this system. It just makes, we definitely ain't gonna get him. It's making too much sense now. Okay. Yeah. My mom said I could buy no more Sonic coins. Come on, man. Hey, what's happening, It's always crazy, them coins when they hit the ground. Yeah, it's always crazy. This is a crazy job to have, too, boy. My guy, Foots, he's doing all type of good homework here. He says, I never seen 58 come off the ball like this. And watch it. Jay is coming off the ball. Now, granted, he will be like Jay is the one guy that I know for sure that with time, I know he can be a guy for us, right? But he's a rookie, and I don't want that rookie wall to hit. I want him to continue to fight. And beating Mozzie out for a position don't really bring home in the rings, you know. So bring in a veteran guy. That's all I'm banging the table for. Bring in that veteran guy, and let's see what can shake from here. All right, so these are notable training camp all-stars. My guy, Brandon Laurie, pulled this up, and training camp, rookie training camp will be right around this weekend, and then we go into, I think, veteran mini training camp the next weekend or the next few days. And I remember Jameer Showers, right? He put Deuce Vaughn up there. That's funny. Deuce Vaughn, Lance Lenore. Appreciate Lance Lenore. Mike Turner. Mike Turner was good. He was good in preseason. He just kept getting hurt, you know. Rico Gathers just got involved with too much of the rap songs, man. And then George Salvi, you know, his claim to fame, I think my guy was able to get him about 6 or 7 sacks in one season. Del Monte Moore, boy, he's going all the way back into the archives. Antoine Barbecue Woods, Francis Bernard, I remember him. Maurice Canady. Hey, the Canadays, are y'all still following the channel? Because your uncle and auntie and all of the Canadays was watching. Terrence Mitchell, I remember him very briefly. And Marquise Bell, really dope in training camp. At your lowest point, you would forget who you are going across the finish line. It's Justin Rogers. He said that he felt at his lowest point. But when you, like, I remember this famous quote from Dr. Martin Luther King, you know, if you're sleeping on the floor, at least you can't fall off the bed, you know. So, hey, sometimes you got to sleep on the floor. You would never fall off the bed. Come on with it. So I'm not mad at anybody that been at their bottoms. Ain't that right? Swain, Big Sarge, Razor, Shining, Leon, you know, everyone. T-Jack. We all been at our bottom before, you know. We all been at the bottom. And now when you're at the bottom, all you can do is say, hey, they say if you fall, try to land on your back, because if you can look up, you can get up. Hell yeah. So I'm always trying to land on my back. Even when I fell out this chair, I had too much to drink. I was landing on my back. And I said, hey, I can look up and I can get up. And I got on up, you know, about an hour later and said, hey, y'all, I'm still alive. So try to land on your back is what I'm getting at. And hopefully Justin Rogers can be that guy. But once again, this is what I'm telling y'all. You don't want to lean on rookies to get the job done. Let me say this for somebody way in the back. You don't want to lean everything on rookies to get the job done. So you want to bring in somebody that know the terrain. I don't know how many years I've been saying this, but a new broom can sweep that floor good, but that old broom can get those corners. So that's where we get you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, yes, indeed. So when we look at everything, ladies and gentlemen, it's the complete picture. You know, I don't feel bad drinking a little too much and falling out. I remember there's a guy that was in that book named Noah. I mean, he drunk so much he passed out on the ship. You're like, oh, I'm laid out. Butt naked, bucket naked. Yeah, he got it. Says, yeah. About an hour later, I was back up about an hour later. Don't play with matches, you know. Like, Lord, man, we ain't talking about matches, man. You was on the show and you passed out. But there is some good things that we like to pull up from here. Is, and I ain't Noah, by the way, but shout out to Noah. Yeah, shout out to Noah, you know, and all of his bloodline and getting the two lions and the 2 elephants, if y'all believe it, and the 2 giraffes. He got 2 of every animals, you know. I wonder, did he get 2 gorillas, you know? 1 Noah versus 100 gorillas, right? Or 1 Noah versus 2 gorillas. Shout out to Noah. Yeah. The more you read that story, the more you be like, hey, come on now. Hey. Wait a minute. You mean you couldn't lead them? You couldn't lead them 2 roaches? Lead them 2 roaches out there with the old ones, you know. But neither here nor there. Shout out to all of the roaches. Some people got pet roaches, believe it or not. Kibbles and bits. All right, so this is Zion working out. And this is what we call mirror technique. He's just mirroring the opposition right here and making sure that, hey, you can't fool me. I'm reading you, you know. and he got his eyes focused. Your body would tell you where you're going. He got good matching. Shoot, he keeping him inside the cylinder. That's good technique right there. Look at his feet. He ain't stopping them feet. Y'all look at them feet. Watch the feet. Yeah. Them feet ain't never stopping, man. I love seeing young DBs and doing their work, getting that work in and making sure. Yeah. Hey, his shoulders not too far over his feet. Yeah. So, he good right here. Yeah. Anchored in just in case he need to redirect. Use that inside arm. So that's good. Good stuff by him, right? I'll eat him up. I'll eat him up out there on the field, man. Come on with it. Here we go. My guy Outlaw, shout out to Outlaw, man. He said, serious question. Because it feels like most of you all want Amari Cooper back out of pure desperation. Do you folks remember Amari Cooper sideline himself, drives and blames into and bumps into bruises, which you completely disappear in several games in a row so that he played? So this is more of he played terrible in elements, mentally checked out. I don't know why nobody remember these things out of Amari Cooper. Now, football is different from basketball. From observations, analysis, you can look on basketball benches and say, hey, that brother don't need to get back in the game. Football, we can see it one way, take the shot, view it, and then come back to it, and it'd be a whole different situation. And I've seen that happen multiple times, especially with Dez Bryant. He'd be on the sideline cheering up his own teammates, and they would take that clip and say, he's being a distraction. The whole time he was saying, let's go. But when we see like Tom Brady do that same thing, they say, that's passion, so there's so many ways we can go with this when we seeing players on the sideline. That's why I hold my judgment with that. Last year it was CeeDee Lamb, and a lot of people thought that Lamb was doing something crazy on the sideline. And then when we heard the sounds of the sidelines, it was a whole different thing. I got Chill Mo D, man. Why you gonna do me like this, man? Lakers in 5 more years. I blame Shannon Sharp for all of this, Lakers in 5. That's what it is, man. One of the things that I do like to hear when we start talking about player evaluation, right, and beyond just the aspect of the players, but let me give you guys my thoughts on each of one of these guys and what they might do for this team. And this right here, this is Tommy T.A. I would say that if given the situations, he's more of a 3-tech that can play a little 1-tech here and there. I would say that if given the opportunity to showcase some of his talent in rookie minis camp and as well as OTAs and training camp, he will make this team, right? I'm not looking for him to be a day one impact player. I'm looking for him to be a rotational guy that can learn and soak in all what we can from Solomon Thomas as well as Osa, and he would be a good fit for us, right? When we look at Mafi, I look at Mafi as a 1-2 combination. The truth of the matter of it is that literally, he can be your starting back. You just never know, man, how injuries go into play and how angry he runs and these sorts. He may just be your 1-2 punch. He may be the 1 instead of the 2. But based off of where he was drafted at, we do know that the earlier people get the earlier shakes at it. So we'll see. And I like this guy's tape or what have you. All right, JT, I would tell you, his burst, his acceleration, his get off is nice. He's able to penetrate B gap and A gap. Is very familiar that UCLA, when I did my scouting report on him after the draft, they lied at him majority of the time on the B side. So he didn't really penetrate through A gap in their system. So he took a lot of snaps shooting up B gap, and he can get upfield real good. The only knock on him is his length. Instead of him being like 6'4", 6'5", he's 6'2". But hey, at the end of the day, man, I don't give a dog about that length. I just want production, right? Remember, I always say everyone have a reason, but results are what matter. So if he can deliver the results, I don't care. I don't care about that. Remember, measurables get you in trouble. We took Kelvin Joseph over Asante Samuel because of height. We took Tacos over TJ because of arm length and height, So, I mean, you can be Stretch Armstrong and be 6'10", Taco Charlton, but TJ was the better player, and our eyes saw that, right? When we go to this player right here, offensive tackle outside, hey, who that? Come on in. Hey, Terrence Steele. He ain't talking about the reserve. We'll put you on the reserve if you fool around and mess up. That's what they banking on right there. And you can tell with this pick, he's a run guy. He's a mauler. I like what I able to see from little flashes here and there. I told myself what I'm gonna do here is when the Cowboys get him in Cowboys uniform, I pay more closer attention to him from that aspect of it. Cowboy Nation, get with what I'm saying. When I initially first watched his tape, I thought of Overshown. And I'm not saying that he is Overshown. Overshown is a little bit more burstier, get crazy fast, wildly attacking and aggressive, and got great coverage skills. Well, Shamar James got it too, right? So SJ got it as well. Hopefully he can figure out ways to stay healthy. I think Matt Eberflus is going to shoot him through the vacancy holes on that particular team when he's playing linebacker. He can also give you a small, big nickel play. Hey, my guy Joey says, a member for 11 months, gold level 2. Here we go. New YT name. Lost same old king. Appreciate you, man. Same old king. Yeah, appreciate you, Joey. Thank you so much, man. This kid, remember when we drafted him, I said, man, this is my favorite pick. I like him. I think that he's going to be the guy that we look back on and say, man, did you see him crease the corner, shoot up field? It's 7 points, y'all. And I like what we were able to see out of Tony Pollard, of course, when he was here. But, man, we going to do one thing, and I know one thing for sure. We going to run the rock. And you have somebody that's quick, fast. Now we finally got one of them on our side. And I'm thinking of thousands of plays like Dr. Strange would be thinking of Kevontae Turpin, him on an end around, some type of, it don't have to always be a trick play. Sure, I can go Turpin and him in the backfield at the same time. And they did a little bit of that last season. They did a little bit of that last season with him. Let's see what we got here. Okay, all right. Okay, all right. So we're gonna talk about that in a few. East Carolina, ECU. Ooh. All right, so with Chavon Revel, I really like the upside on him. Like, you look at his tape, he's bursty, he got long arms, he can fit in the deeper third, he can redirect, he's physical, he come down, hit. He can play a field side, boundary side, force side, come down, hit field. He's a good tackler out in space. But I'm reserving everything until I see him move around. Most people say that it takes a year for him to come back from that injury. So I got my expectations low, but I'm reserving them. So I'm happy about the pickup because of the value. Right? It's kind of like going to that car lot and then you're sitting there saying, oh, okay, so the car had only one owner? Okay. Huh? What was the owner? Oh, it was a lady. Okay, all right. Well, not many scratches. So it was in a wreck. Okay, all right. Let me drive it around a little bit, before I get overly happy about the pick. I need to see it being driven a little bit. And I'm from Mississippi, so coming out of Katrina days, Hurricane Katrina, they had a lot of them flooded cars. Them cars look real good. Like, man, I can't believe you can get that Beamer, man, for $6,000. Yeah, man, it's good still. Until you drive it, you be like, hey, what's going on with it? What's going on with it? Why I can't get up this hill? Oh, it was one of them Hurricane Katrina cars when it flooded. But hey, thank you for the $6,000 though, So you got a $40,000 car that is now $6,000, but can't pull up a hill. And that's just how it goes. But I'm not saying that this kid don't have the capabilities to change everybody's mind, for those who are happy about the pick and for those who are mad. He got to earn his own way right now. And the good thing about it is that, hey, the off season is long, and we would know by week 1 what we got out of him when he get to running around there on the field. Refurbished whips, Swain and things. Yeah. Yes, indeed. Refurbs. Donovan, easy. When you look at his tape, you say bendy guy, dip shoulders, get around the edge. Initially, like I said, when you first saw the pick, you was like, hey, I'm trying to add this pick together. Why did we do this? What's going on? Yeah, you got to say, no nicknames, y'all, no nicknames. Well, all of the names I can't pronounce at the end, I'm going to have to give them a nickname. That's where nicknames come from. Yes, indeed. Yeah. Y'all didn't want to call me Lawrence all day, right? Lawrence Nation. Call it Law Nation, But appreciate y'all. ACL Swain says all constructed ligaments, constructed ligaments. Boy, you putting it all out there. Appreciate you, my guy. And then last but not least is my guy, Tyler Booker. Where we going with this is that, hey, Roll Tide athlete, going to fit right on in with the system and the things that we do. And I think that we got us a good situation on our hands here. And now all I can say is the kind of caliber system that we utilize and use is perfect for us, okay? All right, so with that being said, I had one of the coaches talk about a few things. Nick Saban is spot on here, and this is why some great players drop lower in the draft. Here you go.
Production and trying to find the balance of that. There's several guys in this draft that measure up that way. How did you evaluate that, looking at traits, a guy who should be able to do some stuff, and maybe the production didn't
listen
quite match?
properly.
Yeah, well, I was always a production guy because I always felt like a guy's got to have the right psychological disposition, and he can't be an outcome-oriented guy if you're going to be productive, because you're going to focus on what you need to do to get it right. And I think a lot of times when guys have talent, you just assume that they have that. And I don't think that's correct. It's just like everybody's smart that goes to medical school, but everybody doesn't make it through. And some that make it through don't make good doctors. So it's the same kind of thing.
And then right, Dr. Q, everybody's smart that goes to medical school. Right? But not everybody's smart enough. Listen to the rest of it.
With athletes. Some of them have great talent, but they don't have the right psychological disposition. They don't have the right focus on paying attention to detail. And I think when people are process-oriented and they define, this is what I want, and this is what I need to do it, and then they have the discipline to execute it, that's when you get a talented player who becomes a great player. But there's a point in time, like when I was with Belichick, we always took the size, speed, talent guys later in the draft, thinking if we developed, we hit something big. Mm-hmm. But we wanted production guys that fit our criteria when we picked them early on.
How old is Nick Saban, y'all? Put that in the chat. How old is Nick Saban? Mm-hmm. Because when we diagnosed this, what mind is still sharp. Nick Saban mind is real sharp. Yeah. And it's other things that I want to point out too. It's other things. 200 years old, Swain. Holly says 72. Recluse says 70. Saban's pushing 70. Still working. Finna be the first coach to get $1 billion with a B. And let us know, man, we gonna always work over here, man. You know, why you work so? Man, we gonna be working, dog. Hey, about 100 years old, 70, he might be 70 already. 73, let's say, says. Chill Modi says 73. I know some 73-year-olds, you know, just got the shakes and just be like this the whole time, man. Just ain't doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? No, I ain't trying to make a joke out of it, but it is for what it is. That man, him, Jerry Jones, all of these people in sports, they be just talking sports all their lives, man. Even in their olden days. Now, if you're 70 years old, I'm not being ageist, but I'm just saying, you know, most of us say, hey, man, let's just retire when we hit 65, 66. Let's just go ahead and just chill, get some Mai Tais, go to one of those islands with get you a drink with one of those small umbrellas in it, you know, and we just chilling, just pushing on through. But no, man, people like that, they hungry, man. They ain't finna be sitting around waiting for time to come get them and Father Time and all of this stuff. They keep going. Football, like you got it, says football keep us young, Lord. Yeah, so y'all know. Y'all know I'm gonna be 70 years old. I'll be like, now come on, now the Cowboys. Now, damn it, we better not be still trying to get that number 6 Super Bowl ring. But I'll still be here if the good Lord allows, right? I'll still be sitting here like now. At this time, it'll be whatever Spalding Jones, whatever the other little Joneses are, the Junior Jones. Now, Junior Jones acting just like his great granddaddy. Hey, they probably have a futuristic board by then, you know.
It's an evil world we live in.
Still moving around like nothing. I got a well-rounded mind of it all, man.
Trait.
Yeah, and that's the good stuff, man, from him. It's all about also being around the company you keep, right? Because you can have a plan. Look, let me tell you something. It's all about God plan too. I like this one right here. You can have a plan, but then look at the bigger plan. My plan's God's plan, you know. Yeah. You might think you got something going on, but let's listen to this right here.
Some of the best linemen of this generation. So I know when I see a generational talent, and I know what it takes to be that guy. Booker has all the physical traits to be that guy, but more importantly, he has the mindset and the work ethic. T-Book is a textbook athlete. I'm honored to be a part of the journey. Look.
Yeah, I do love our guys, man, refining, work on their technique, trying to polish out the best thing possible for them. I do like that. It said Junior Jones. My guy says, also, Lasay says, 73 and banged up. It's funny. Jerry will still be around when I'm 73. Big Damone Junior. Boy, you crazy. He probably, man, Jerry might outlive us all. Yeah, we just like, man, we supposed to, Jerry gonna put himself in the Ring of Honor. Jerry, why, how you get in the Ring of Honor? He gonna be telling you, get my damn act together. Yeah, always be careful who you hang around with because they can poison you, right? So your mindset, even with this, man, when I was talking about, I agree with Boss and Skywalker, the need for veteran defensive tackle is greater than the push for the wide receiver 2 for the Cowboys. It's because I'm thinking that all we need is one piece to really solidify this defensive front. One little piece. And that can really help us out, man. And sometimes that one piece, y'all, can get you going in the right direction. That one little piece. And if you don't have it, you know, you be forever looking for it, you know. What was his name? when he got that one little piece, what was his name? What was his name? God Dog Boy. When he got that one little piece,
Dread it.
that guy, what's his name? Oh, Thanos. When he got that one last stone, what he was able to do? I got a super chat. Law, we all have a number 2 wide receiver coming. Law, we'll have an AI number 2 wide receiver coming. Break that down for me, man. Swaggy. Saggy. Oh my God. Yeah. Break that down for me, man. Yeah. What you mean about that? One piece of German chocolate cake? Y'all crazy. All right, so while we doing this, let's cut away for this right quick, and we get this show on and popping, man. Appreciate everybody for jumping in. On top of that, we got the Cowboys Collective a little later on today. Be sure to check us out tonight. We're going to definitely have a great time.
Yo, if you serious about gaming, you need to check out the Turtle Beach Self 700. The headset is built for power, comfort, the hybrid leather cushion, metal reinforced design, the clean, lay flat look that made to last, the real magic, the dual driver that gives you high definition 24-bit audio sound. That crisp, that footsteps, clean shot, 3D sound that put you in the game. Switching device easy. You can bounce between PC, PlayStation, and even your phone with Bluetooth. Thanks to crossplay, noise cancellation, giving you crisp, crystal clear, zero static sound. Game smarter, play louder, dominate everything. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. Let's get it.
No doubt, man. Let's get it, man. I thank y'all so much for tuning in. I found that one stone that I was looking for, man. Oh, I found it. Here we go. That's how it is. That's how that defensive tackle. Yeah! Yeah! Y'all notice how that defensive. If you get that one little defensive tackle, and hopefully Mozzie and Jay can be one of those pieces there, but if you get that one little defensive tackle, or do you need that one wide receiver to help out Lamb? That boy felt like he accomplished the world when he got that one little piece. How far would you go to get your one little piece? Because if you can only have one little stone left, is it interior defensive tackle, one tech, not 3 techs, right? Or is it a defensive back, Ramsey? If you bring him in, would you do that? Because also it's been updated. That one little piece, man, and be sure to check out Turtle Beach, man, Self 700. That can really bring you to that particular field right there. Come on with it. Yeah. I know y'all, when y'all saw that movie, y'all like, man, come on, man. The good guys dying, bad guys winning. What's going on with?
Oh boy! Yeah!
The Atlas flexible head. Come on with it. And here we go right here. I mean, how would y'all feel if we fool around and we get DJ Moore? Will he be the piece to help solidify this wide receiver room? Thanos sniffed the whole bag right there. Yeah, I'm gonna flip them stones for a whole quarter, fix the game in my favor. Okay, yeah, you gonna do that? Yeah, but that. The thing is with the Thanos thing is that technically he was right a little bit, right? And it took all of the Avengers to beat one Thanos, right? All of the Avengers to beat one Thanos. But how would y'all feel about DJ Moore and getting these things going? Yeah.
Oh, boy. Yeah.
Shay Shaw got a lot of things going on. DJ Moore will put us on the top of the East again, Law. Precisely. Thanos was absolutely correct. Yeah, okay, I get you.
Damn!
Yeah. Thanos was correct, Jay Lombardi. But, if you're disagreeing and you feeling like, this is not your cup of tea or coffee, and someone else was driving and they disagreed too, and they was looking down while they was disagreeing, and they run into you, let me tell you who you need to do.
It starts from the first phone call. Most of the time, you're going to talk to Gene Burkett, a 30-year partner. You're not going to talk to some employee that just got put on the phones that day.
There are things that are so crucial, especially if it's a cataclysmic event, to have our experts get out and look at the vehicle, witness
and they understand
photos,
the whole thing.
Call Frenkel first.
Chosen by the people, feared by the insurance companies. Call Frenkel first.
That's 214-817. All of the threes your heart can bear to dial, right? And if you can't dial that number, visit FrenkelFirm.com. Got a team of expert lawyers. Partner with them. I'm about to say partner with the Cowboys. Maybe they are partnered with the Cowboys. I don't know. But they would take great care of you, not advantages of you, like those insurance companies. So reach out to Frenkel and Frenkel Personal Injury Lawyers. And I see that Lily jersey in the back, man. I might have to go reach out to him. So let me get that one, man. Yeah. Instead of paying me this ad right here, let me get one of them. Let me get that Dorset jersey, man, out of that frame off of that wall. Yeah. Come on with it. Caramels are like 100 grand. 657-390-7391. That's the hotline for the law line. The first person I got in here is once again too cool for school. For the 910, you in. Talk to me, bro. Talk to me.
What's good with you?
No, man, all is great, man. Appreciate you for calling in, bro. What you got for me?
Hey, so question with that defensive tackle versus wide receiver, based off the Eagles and the Commanders' offensive side of the ball firepower, you still think a defensive tackle is more important than a number 2 wide receiver?
Who wins championships, defense or offense?
I mean, I could say both.
Both,
especially
right.
in today's league when it's a passing league.
Yeah. All right. So what I'm arguing with is that you get one wide receiver, of course, that would be nice, but you still have that element of the politic game with the Cowboys, with Jalen Tolbert and Jonathan Mingo and Jalen Brooks. I don't know what they would do, right? But I'm saying is that if you get that defensive tackle, your whole front is solidified at this point, right? Parsons, you still got the Sam Williams, the Fowler, you got all of those pieces, and then you will be for sure able to go into games and just whooping up people down there in the trenches. Yeah. Yeah, but I get it. What I'm saying is the push should be first defensive tackle. That should be the push. And it's cheaper too. Cheaper too.
On defense, man, I think we're paying a little bit too much attention to the line and not paying enough attention to the secondary. We keep screaming DBs, but when we scream DBs, we specifically talking about cornerbacks.
Right.
If Ramsey come here, Ramsey not playing safety. If I get Jalen Ramsey, I want Jalen Ramsey to come in and play the free safety. If you tell me I'm getting him, and Trayvon Diggs might come back. We don't know how he gonna look when he come back. You already got Bland out there, and then you just drafted old boy Chevelle. Like why are we loading up on the cornerbacks and not paying attention to the safeties then? Because the safeties is
because of scheme fit, Eberflus plays safety kind of deep, and you really don't have bad coverages out of those boys when they so deep like that. But when you play ball, right, and when you got a good front seven, your DBs. I'm not saying your DBs can be all the way pedestrian, but your front seven help your DBs out. You get what I'm saying? We already got our run game supposedly with our front five to help out our wide receivers because we're gonna run the ball, right? We're gonna have loaded boxes. We're gonna have one-on-ones to the outside. It supposedly, we're supposed to have that anyway, right? And we're supposed to see what Mingo and Tolbert can do in this offense when you run the ball. So that's what in a better scheme far as the play call design. So that's why I'm saying defensive tackle because it's going to help out your front on stopping the run, and it's going to help out your secondary on getting interceptions.
So with the 2 games being against the NFC East, the Commanders and the Eagles, is that enough to beat them? Because when I look at the Eagles defense over there, I'm not gonna sit here and act like I can line up the Cowboys offense and they shut the run down and then we can pass the ball or they shut the run down and give us the option to pass the ball, but then just shut CeeDee Lamb side of the field down and you just got all these pedestrians out there just playing in a way.
I saw Cooper Rush beat the Washington team, even though it was Cavante Turpin with a crazy kickoff return or punt return, whatever it may be. I get it, I'm not that fear of Washington. They had I think they had last place schedule last year, right? They hit a lot of teams by element of surprise. They won a lot of games with one possession. So Washington team could be dog water next year, or they can be better. I don't know, but we'll see how it goes from here, bro. I'm not too worried about Washington. The Eagles are the crown to beat, though. They are the people that I want us to give our best shot at it, and not saying that we didn't. But they swept us last year. That's not a good taste for Cowboy fans, right, and me. And I think that you built your team to also beat the Eagles, and they have by far one of the better offensive lines, so you want to penetrate and attack that, right?
Yeah, no, but they picked up Debo Samuels, though. You didn't play the Commanders with Debo. Now you just gave JT Daniels. You gave Daniels another weapon.
Well, we'll see.
You gave him another weapon.
Or a declining weapon. They got an older team with Debo and what's the guy that played with us? Michael Gallup. Yeah, right. All right. They didn't get fresh and younger in that spot. They got older. So it could be wiser. I don't know. And it could fall apart. I don't know, bro. But I'm not the kind of caliber of DBs that you need to guard Debo is a physical DB, right? You gotta match his tenacity. So a good cover corner DB ain't gonna really slow Debo down because he like to do yak stuff. So if you get too pressure to him, then Debo won't be effective.
So last question then. Yeah. Would you take a second pick? Would you take your second pick for 2026 and trade either for Garrett Wilson or a bona fide defensive tackle in the league right now?
A bona fide defensive tackle or Garrett Wilson?
A bona fide or Garrett Wilson as a receiver, number 2.
You got to throw me a name. You got to throw me a name. Because right now, if I say Quentin,
the only person you're not going to get.
He's a 3-tech, but Quentin Williams. Don't Quentin Williams play the one, y'all?
The Jets, yep.
Shoot. Give me Quentin Williams over Garrett Wilson. Shoot. They'll probably say the Cowboys buying the championship, But I get what you're saying. Well, like I'm saying is that the need for us to push. Now, I don't think that the Cowboys are going to sell out on Mingo that quick, though. I think they like Mingo.
No, you know the only thing I don't want to happen. This is the only thing I don't want to happen.
Right.
It's like Mark Holmes said, don't make this Amari Cooper all over again. You put the team in place to win in the beginning. Don't go out there and skate to a couple of games, then you lose 3 close games, and then you jump out there with a first-round draft pick, and you trade it away, and it's like, what the hell, man? You could have did this, but in the offseason with a second-round pick, and got us talent.
Well, we'll see, man. I appreciate you for calling in.
No, thank you, Law.
Oh, you're welcome, bro. You have a good one, man. Yeah. All right, I got the 929, and then I had $100,000 with the plan. But before I get on with the 929, let's get it, man. Y'all hit that like button, share this content, let a friend or a neighbor know where to go when it's time to tune in to Cowboys Sports Talk and Beyond. 929, what's on your mind?
What's going on, Law? Are you good?
Man, I'm great, man. Yeah. Are you good?
I'm fantastic. Man, we didn't get my guy Ibuka, but we did get Tyler Booker.
Right.
And I like the idea of Book. I think we should all be prepared with. We might, if nothing happens in the next few weeks, I know they're working on with the receivers and stuff, but we might be walking into a situation of where we might just be walking out with CD Lamb, Tolbert, and Mingo. The reason why I want to talk about that is we don't have enough information about Mingo. He was with the Panthers, I believe, and what did he really do there? He really didn't see the field. They are a shoddy of a franchise right now. Bryce Young is in a bad situation with them with no offensive line. I think Mingo can be something. If you go look at his film from when he was coming out of college, he was pretty darn good.
Yeah.
I think we should give Mingo a shot. Now, I still do want a receiver too. I don't want anybody to get it wrong. I still do want a receiver too, but I think Mingo could be that number 2 big body receiver because he is a big boy. But my onlooking of this situation, do you think in that situation, if we don't grab a receiver too, do you think not necessarily running more like McCarthy did last year, we just wanted tips, do you think the run scheme and the fits, because Booker definitely says, hey, we're running the ball.
Right,
so with the run scheme, do you think that that'll open up for like a Mingo, Tolbert, Jalen Brooks, perhaps?
I mean, it will open up. I think that Mingo, what I want to see, this is what I want to see. If we don't go out there and get another wide receiver, right? What I want my roster lineup to look like, believe it or not, is Lamb, Ryan, Flournoy, and Mingo, right? He could be your wide receiver, right? And he can play the X. Those are the 2 spots that he can play. Ryan can play the Z and the X position. So that's how I want to look at it, because think about this. If we running the ball, just really think about this, everybody that's listening. If we running the ball, we ain't going to be throwing the ball 30 to 40 times, right? So you're looking at this is going to be what? I want Dak anywhere between 20 to maybe 24 to 25 attempts. So there's not enough ball. There's not enough ball production to get that other wide receiver that everybody banging the table on, right? It just be an over position. Now, granted, I know that this is a different league, but if we gonna run the ball like we say, then I'd rather give my defensive style, because the run gonna help the defense, right? And then we put more pieces on the defense that can make plays, that can be real fresh. That's how I'm looking at it. So that's why I said, when I heard Skywalker and Balls called into the show that, hey, let's go get another defensive tackle, because that makes perfect sense. But if we was in the older system, bro, like we still had Jason Garrett and Kellen Moore or to a degree, Mike McCarthy, I'll be banging the table for 2 more wide receivers, bro. But our identity is going to be run. And I think a lot of people don't see the identity yet. So that's why they thinking of the old identity that we need another wide receiver.
I got one more thing, but I'm gonna reply to you real quick. I'm not sure why they're not seeing it, because once Shoddy got the position, he already told you we want to be physical. Clayton Adams told you we want to punch people in the mouth. Heck, even Tyler Booker told you I want to see people not love football no more when they're going against me. So they're letting you know, like, we want to punch people in the mouth, and they definitely got the pieces. So some of our favorite players may not be making the team because there is a lot of competition. And my last thing is, with the additions of like Easy, Dante Fowler, and these I can't name these other edges. Do you think that the likes of Sam Williams, if he can't stay on the field, or if he do too much off the field or not do too much on the field, do you think he's one of those potential cut candidates before the season even starts? And that's all I got.
Man, it's a good call for you, man. Appreciate you, man. Thank you for calling in.
Appreciate you.
No doubt. When I talked to Matt Eberflus, one of the people that he raved about was Marshawn Nealon. And I'm looking over like, hey, what about Sam? He didn't say much about Sam, so Sam is the mystery guy for me. And it's something about having in-house like sponsors. And I'm not saying that Sam is not sponsored by Matt Eberflus, but what I'm saying is that he got all googly eyes when I talked about Marshawn Nealon. So, and then he really liked Jason Sanborn. Oh, that's his guy. So that's a linebacker. So I don't think that Sam Williams is on the cutting blocks. The Cowboys still have the need to be right. They drafted a second-round pick for him, used a second-round draft pick for him. So they want to see their product out there. Look how many years we gave Dorrance Armstrong. They damn near shed a tear when Dorrance Armstrong left, right? So all I can say is that let's see. Training camp is right around the corner. I want the best for Sam. He even got an event this weekend. We'll be there at the event with Sam Williams. And I ain't going to ask him no football questionings there, but if it comes around, then we may. But I'm going to tell y'all that Sam Williams is hungry. He's working out. He got the vertical speed. I don't know the lateral speed because that's one of the things you lose when you mess up your ACLs and stuff. So we'll see, man. So shout out to Sam Williams. I'm rooting for him. Got a new agency. Hopefully he can give us 10 sacks this season, and we'll be talking about, hey, he ain't worth this. He is worth that. I can't wait for us to get to that conversation on Sam, believe it or not. But right now, he's the mystery guy. Come on with it. I got my guy, my brother from another mother, man. 100 grand with the plan. You're live on the Nation, man. Talk to me.
On paper, they the better team. They got the better facilities, and we don't. But let's get in between the line and see how it play out, boy. Nah.
Let's see if that factor in.
Nah.
Hey, goodbye. Na. Come on. Na. All right. Hey, goodbye. Come on. Come on.
Hey, goodbye.
Come on, boy. Boy, don't let me find out you was in that locker room. Come on. Yeah, boy, that's the type of energy I like to hear right there. Have me put my chain on, my chain. Yes, indeed, bro.
Mm-hmm. Well, hey, man, you know.
I know, man.
I turned in. You just ain't have the spark in your voice. You didn't have the spark. You wasn't up today, and I knew why. And I had to rub it in because I knew why.
Wait.
You know what I'm saying? I knew why. I said, Lord sounds a little off today. Where's the spunky Lord? Where's funny Lord? He sounds down.
What's your point?
He emotional.
Oh my God! Hey, Lakers in 8, man. See, every time I'm sitting here trying to keep it Cowboys, you don't see a gold or a purple. You know, people would never know if I didn't say it. But now you're going to bring up some old news about this team, you know. And it don't make it no better, man, because Charleston White, or what he said about Anthony Edwards, for crying out loud, he said, man, there's 3 important people in earth. He was saying that it was Jesus, Martin Luther King, and Anthony Edwards. Everybody else that is important. I said, man, this boy crazy as cat hair. That Charleston White, man, he crazy, man. But leave the Lakers alone. How them Heat doing? What the Heat's doing? What y'all gonna do?
We ain't gonna talk about. Listen, we barely made it into the playoffs. Y'all got Luka and we're supposed to win a chip with Luka. What happened?
Hey, wait till next year. You know what I'm saying? We're going to get him full. He still had that Dallas stuff on him. He got to wash them all off, man, you know? He had that mystique of Nico, you know, all over him. Man.
Y'all shouldn't.
He said Lakers in 2028, Cuddy, man. See, y'all take y'all jabs at us, you know. I'm still mad at Dallas because y'all had one damn job to do against the Boston Celtics last season, and y'all know what happened. Y'all laid the egg. I'm sitting there like y'all let Boston creep up with another ring. I'm still ring chasing, you know. Boston got a little more than my Lakers, but that's okay. That's okay. But what you got for me today, man?
Listen, man.
Oh, I saw your comment. About boss in the final word. You know, the law, the eyes of the law sees it all. You know what I'm saying? He's like, well, he's only you was in there giving my guy boss the 3rd degree. Talking about now he want weapons.
Yeah, on paper.
Damn, no, boy.
I didn't think you saw it.
Man, in the eyes of law, I see all. Remember.
Listen, man, you know, I don't understand that, man. Don't come to this side like you trying to help this side out now. Get out of here, man.
No,
Cut it
man.
out, bro.
No, man, Booker gonna be good for us though. And
I don't care.
Ah, come on, man. Well, speak your mind. Speak your mind.
Listen,
go ahead, speak your mind. Go ahead and get it off your chest there. Come on.
I don't
man.
want to hear nothing. Y'all talk about Dak Prescott suck. Dak Prescott trash. We need to trade Dak. I don't want to hear nothing. I don't want to hear nothing because he got a mango and he got a Durango and a Shango. Shout out to Shango. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. I don't nothing.
Man.
I don't want to hear nothing, bro. I really don't. Now you talking about get a defensive guy over the number 2 and then Law. Come on, bro. You want to bring up the Eagles?
Well,
You talk about run game.
Yeah.
The Eagles.
It's gonna be
run team too. The Eagles was a run team too, Law.
Right.
But they got a number 1 and a number 2. Don't do that, Law.
Oh, come
Don't
on,
do
man.
that.
Come on, man. They know they built.
Don't do that.
They
got
built
a
different.
number 1 and a number 2 too, and they was a run team last year too.
They got Howie, man. We
So
gotta.
don't make that.
They got Howie, man. Our owner got to depends, man. You know, I'm like, Jerry, man, why you smelling like urine, dog? A cat litter box somewhere? Come on, Jerry, you got to change them things, man. But at the end of the day, we all got to get that age too, y'all. So you know. But what I'm gonna say is, I ain't throwing no shots at Jerry. Jerry gonna fool around and send them lawyers over on me. But
not to cut you off.
No, go ahead. No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Let's say running game, do what we want the running game to do.
Uh-huh.
He getting 10 yards a clip. He getting 7 yards a clip. Then they go to pass the ball. They double CD. That go to pass the ball. Mango not getting open. Tobin not getting open. Then what you gonna say, Law? You gonna say it's that, and not just y'all. It's y'all gonna say Dak Prescott can't get these guys open, or are you gonna say, oh man, wish we had that number 2 receiver?
Hold on. Let me ask you this though. You gotta think. You gotta think like Jerry. And I'm just telling y'all how Jerry think, man. What round was Smitty drafted in? What round? No. I'm talking about Smitty for the damn Eagles. You know what round he was drafted in?
That's a first round pick.
First round draft pick. And what round was AJ Brown drafted in?
First round pick.
Mm-hmm. What round was AJ Brown drafted in? You see what I'm going? You know, if people follow
That's
him,
a first round pick.
No, he was drafted in the second round.
You drafted in the second round.
AJ Brown was ever.
But he was a proven commodity that they went and got him.
Hold on.
Commodity that was already proven to be the man.
You got to think like an 83-year-old Jerry. You got to be the smartest one in the room. What round was CD Lamb drafted in?
Number 1.
Okay. And what round was Mingo drafted in?
Oh, no. He was a fucking round.
In Jerry's mind. But in Jerry's mind, AJ and Smitty is equivalent to CD Lamb and Mingo, because they both drafted in the same damn rounds. Both of them.
Law, I'm gonna give you this. I'm gonna give you this, Law. If Dak Prescott make this work with Mango,
yeah.
Y'all can't say Dak Prescott trash no more.
Can't never say.
If he make this work, if he turn Mango
Yeah.
into what he turned into when Coop came in, when Cobb came in, if he turns Mango into that,
Yeah.
and we rolling with Mango, y'all can't talk trash about Dak no more. I don't want to hear, well, they did fix the line, and well, they do got running game. I don't want to hear nothing.
Yeah. I don't want to hear nothing,
I
man.
don't.
Yeah. I don't want to hear.
I don't.
Is it say right here? You know, we put Drosky up. Hold on. Hey, man. That's all I can say, man. That's all I can say is, man. You know what I'm saying? I got nothing to say though. You know what I'm saying? I just got my hands up, bro. Hey, what up?
Rookie minicamp?
What you say?
You want a rookie minicamp?
No. We're gonna have our John Machota, friends of the family and the show and everything. He gonna be at Rookie's mini camp, bro.
Okay.
But man, I appreciate you, man, for calling in.
Tuning in.
If I say tuning in, I couldn't even say it right, man, because I'm still laughing at the paradox that Jerry sees, man. You know what I'm saying? That I don't see, but Jerry sees. But I appreciate you, bro.
All right, man.
Yeah. Y'all give it what I'm saying, man. In Jerry's mind, he probably see A.J. Brown as Mingo. And I know he sees CeeDee Lamb better than Smitty, right? And from the parts of their rounds that they got, that's how Jerry looking at this thing. Unfortunately, you know. But let me get Marcus in from the 513. You're live on the Nation, brought to you by FrankelFirm.com, man. Talk to me, man.
Hey, what's good, Law? How are you?
I'm doing great, man. I can't complain.
So I gotta say, after seeing this full draft, I'm kind of looking pretty positive about it.
Okay.
I know we were kind of laughing in the beginning. We were kind of like, what's going on? But, man, I'm really liking Jaden Blue. Was he one of your backs?
Yeah, I like Jaden. I think that he's fast. He can catch out of the backfield. He just got to work on them fumbles, man. Everything else I kind of like.
Yeah, and I feel like, you know, with him kind of bringing that Pollard, Jahmyr Gibbs type of essence to the backfield, you know, that really helps Dak a lot. And he hasn't had that kind of consistent, healthy back to do that in quite a while. So I definitely like that aspect of it. And then, you know, you add the guard as well to help out with the run game. And you think Phil is going to get a chance?
Who going to get a chance?
Phil Maffa or
Massa? Yeah. I think he gonna get it. He gonna get a lot of chances at it.
I was gonna say because he's got some size and not bad speed for his size.
Yeah, he's gonna be your power back. Him, Hunter Luepke, and Javonte Williams. Those are your three power backs right there. So yeah, he'll get a fair shake at it.
Now the thing that I'm really looking forward to seeing though is on the defensive side where we added Donovan with Micah paired together. Donovan, 16.5 sacks last year, has all of the tools, mechanics, and mindsets of a pass rusher already. And then you're bringing Sam Williams back, Fowler, Nealon. I'm really liking that depth, the edge position. I think that's very valuable, especially when you think about putting Donovan with Micah, bringing them on crosses, twisting them, stunts with Osa in the middle. I mean, that could be deadly, especially with our corners that can pick off.
Especially due to the fact that you're talking about technically Donovan, with all of those expectations, he may be your third option. You know, 'cause you still got Fowler, Sam, you still got Marshawn Nealon. So he may fight into that third option rotation or what have you. I don't see them rotating Parsons up off the field unless he's going to do some rotation duties at linebacker, right? And then you have your bookends like a
at Donovan and Sam, or Donovan and Fowler. So one of the things that we want to ask John Machota to tell, or ask Jerry when they had the press conference this weekend, to ask Donovan which side that he liked to play on, right or left, right? And we're going to get that because we seen that he played on both sides.
Okay, cool. So he's got that flexibility.
Yep.
That'd be nice, because then we could just, every once in a while, maybe, you have Mike on the left, you have him on the right, you have Mike in the middle, you have him on the right, you have Fowler on the left. You just keep mixing them up.
Mm-hmm. Or you just use him as your Swiss Army knife and move Donovan everywhere. It could be like that too. So watch out, ladies and gentlemen. Watch out for Donovan for the 2025 season. He could be that elixir that we're looking for. What else you got for me, Marcus, before I let you go?
I think that's it for now, man. We'll see what happens. Is Revel supposed to be good for the preseason?
I don't think he will be ready, but they said that he could be ready for training camp, opening day of training camp. That's about a month or so from here, so a month and a half. So we'll find out, man. I'm just crossing my fingers, and hopefully he can still have lateral movement. I know he can have vertical movement, but lateral is what I'm looking for with that ACL.
Yeah, he's going to need it, man, because he's going to be going against AJ and Terry and Smitty and all them. He's gonna need that.
Yep, that's why DBs is a need, man. Appreciate it. Thank you so much for calling in.
Yes, sir. Have a good one.
No doubt, man. Good call from him. All right, so I got Max Cowboy, then I have VIP, and then 337. All right, Max Cowboy, man, you're live on the Nation, man, from the 216.
Life is good, Law Nation. How are you doing?
Man, life is good, man. Life is life, and man, it's great over here, man. Talk to me.
Yes, sir. I wasn't too high on this draft, but the more I think about it, I think the Dallas did what they needed to do. They were safe this draft. They were safe. I think they had a plan in mind and they stuck to it. So I can't be mad at what they did.
Can't be, man. They stuck to their board and they did exactly that.
Yeah, I know. Cause I mean, they did their homework. I think they did their homework. I think Donovan EZ is a wild card. But I wanted to ask you something, Law. Cause you ain't good with the Parsons. I just want to know if you got any inside intel on if we gonna see maybe him play linebacker. Since we done got so many edges. Like, do you see him doing this interchanging from linebacker to the edge? And I got one more question after that.
What's that?
Because you would know. You would know. You've been working this off season, so I mean, I
What was the other one? Uh-oh. They don't like you, man. Yo.
Hello?
Yeah, I lost connection with you.
Okay, all right. Am I back? Am I back?
You back, but go ahead and make it quick, and then I'll answer it offline. How about that?
Okay, all right. I was just saying if we was going to see Micah play linebacker, and I wanted to say something about Dak, but I don't know if you could hear me.
No, go ahead and say about Dak, and I'll answer both of them too offline.
Okay, I'm not too worried about the Eagles.
Right.
We all see what Dak can do against the Eagles. Dak. I'm not concerned at all with the Eagles. I know they did get some pieces, but what I want to see out of this regime, out of the shoddy regime, is like creativity out of the offense. I feel like Dak got away from what he's good at. His draws. The counters, the bootlegs, I feel like at some point with the McCarthy coach, we got away from all that. I know the run game wasn't all that good, but, Rico Dowdle had 1,000 yards, but I want Shady to bring that element back out of Dak, like his his sleight of hand stuff. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's alarming. We don't even see him do like shovel passes like Mahomes and them do. You know what I'm saying? Like the creativity out of the offense, the pulling guards and the trap plays and all of that stuff. I hope we get to see that out of the Schottenheimer regime. You know, and then I wanted to get your opinion on which which era of Dak do you think was the best? The Jason Garrett, the Kellen Moore, the McCarthy, or the Schottenheimer, or you think it's gonna be the Schottenheimer?
Okay, good calls, man. Appreciate you. Thank you so much, man.
Yep.
Yes, it did. They did alluded to that they're not going to be stationary with Micah. He's just too good to be stationary. So he's going to move around, of course, right? For him to get 13 to average 12 to 13 sacks a season, you don't mess with that, basically, to see what's on the other side. You just don't do that. Far as the Dak Prescott, I mean, I think that all of us been asking for creativity with this offense, different variations of this offense. I think that Kellen Moore was on the right pathway, but we had to go through growing pains with Kellen Moore. And by the time that he grew, he was already gone, right? He went to the Chargers, didn't show up there, went to a team that got flooded with all type of athletes, and it took him a little minute before he kind of got like into the rhythm with things there, even with the Eagles. You can do a lot when you got run game. So the version that I like Dak best, man, is basically Dak changed. Teams feared the run game in 16. They still gave some credence to the run game in 17. But the fear went away in 2018. And Matt Eberflus was the guy that gave the keys to that, meaning that when we played against the Colts, he said, you know what? We no longer going to load the box. We're just going to drop 6 and 7. That's when the team stopped fearing the run, and they started dropping everybody, and it messed it, Jason Garrett, Kellen Moore up to the fullest degree, right? And that's just the reality of it. We seen it even with the Super Bowl, with Pat Mahomes, and one can argue he's a better thrower of the ball, better quarterback, all this and all that. But if you take away run game and you rushing only 4 and getting pressure with that, it's harder for a team to win. And that's just what happened. So the version of Dak Prescott that I would like to see is the version that we are hearing from Shotty, is that they're going to run the ball. I want Dak anywhere between 24 to 27 attempts of throwing the ball, and that's about it. I think that we can be a run for first team. You bring play action to the table. You can still have some not routes, but read options and things like that. You don't have to always keep it, or you can always give it to the running back. But now you got to put it like this. You got to really respect that, because if that running back runs a 4.3 40, and you got a choice to make, do you tack the mesh point? Do you sack Dak and get a penalty, or do you take out the running back? Those are things that we can put into the play style of this calls now. And then you can still have Turpin in the backfield. So I think creativity, we have that. I think that we will be a power team on run. So you're going to have to really bring your hard hat when you play the Cowboys. And that's the winning formula. Run the ball, especially when you have 4. I got VIP from the 860. You're live on the Nation. Talk to me.
Hello?
What up?
VIP, baby.
Yeah.
Law, how you feeling, Law? Let me touch on my brother first.
Man,
how's my brother?
Man, I'm feeling great, man. I'm feeling great.
Law, I want to tell you how energized I am about this draft. Law, I gave this draft, and I'm not going to say an A+. I'm going to say a straight A, Law.
Mm-hmm.
And when I say a straight A, Law, respectfully, Law, the kid from New Haven, Connecticut is a beast, Law. Beast. Did you hear what he said, Law?
What did he say?
He said he likes to play football as much as he likes to breathe. He wants to knock your breath out of your. He said he wants to hit you so hard that you no longer like playing football anymore.
Yeah.
When's the last time we had that mentality, Lord?
Man, it's been a minute, bro. Been a minute, man. Brock Hoffman have it, but we don't know if he's going to deliver with it on a consistent basis.
Brock is a little light in the pockets, though, Lord.
Yeah,
we know that, right?
Right.
I'm not. That's not me. I'm not mad at
Right.
Brock Hoffman.
Yeah.
I like him.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not somebody that we can sustain with, Lord. He's a good fill-in. Let him come in, fill in for like a game or two. Right. But Lord, we're going up against the better D tackles in the league in our division, right or wrong, Lord.
Yeah, you're right. You're going up against the better ones, man, in the league. So yeah.
So why wouldn't you? I'm just thinking, well, like I know everybody's in there. Oh man, I wish we would have drafted a wide receiver. I wanted to go. None of them wide receivers would help as much as Booker's going to help. Both sides of the ball. Because now if we could run in the trenches, that helps up Micah. Meaning that keeps our defense fresh. Meaning we're winning TOP, Lord. We know what TOP. We're not talking about TIP, Lord. We talking about TOP. We know what TOP is, right, Lord?
Yeah.
So our whole complaint last year is we couldn't stop the run and we couldn't run the ball. Correct, Lord?
Facts.
So I encourage all of our, there's still some Slurpee. I ain't heard it from the main Slurp in a minute, but there's still some Slurpees out there that's taking on this ideology. If we don't pass the ball 40 times, we're going to lose. Correct me if I've lived long enough to know about Marty Ball. You know about the other Marty Ball, right, Lord?
Oh, yeah, I know exactly about that. Shoot, yeah, bro. Shoot.
So he had that run-first mentality. Am I wrong, Lord?
Oh, yeah, they going to run it, man. Bring your hard hat, man. Bring your pads, man, and make sure you double chin strap up because that's what they going to do. They're going to deliver some punishment, bro.
So what I'm getting, what I'm gathering, what I'm adhering from all of this is we're about to switch philosophies, Lord. We're not going to be throwing the ball 40 times a game anymore. We could do 30, 20, 35, 25, 35 runs to 25, 25 runs to 35 passes, Lord. I can live with that. I think we'll get the best out of my quarterback, Lord.
I think so too, man. Bro, I appreciate you for calling in, man. And, hey, continue to, man, with all of that passion. I love it, man. Let's go, bro.
Oh, you already know. Hold on, Lord. Before you leave, I want to say this. I know Trey may not make the season, but I like our pickup at cornerback. I've been studying him. He's a dog. I love Easy. I think that what they could come up with Easy and Micah, I think that's 20 sacks easy between them. Easy money.
No doubt.
You know what it is, Lord. Wow, damn, Cowboys. I ain't a killer, but don't push me, Lord.
Come on with it, man. Yes, indeed. That's my guy right here. I ain't mad at ya.
I ain't mad at you.
I ain't mad at you.
I ain't mad at
you. That boy was singing his ass off on that song. All right, so, man, there's an impossible way that I can get to all of y'all, man. It's about 9 other individuals in here, so we're going to play the clock game. We're going to make it quick, simple, and short. We're going to put the clock game on there and give y'all thoughts. Uninterrupted, too, so I'm going to give this one right here. Bear with me. Let me move the clock all the way to the top, man. And 1 minute is a long time, believe it or not. That's how much they give you on TikTok, man. We give you, look, when that minute goes, you're going to hear something. So state your point, your case, and get it going. All right, from the 337, you're live on the nation, brought to you by FrenkelFirm.com. Talk to me.
No, what's up, baby? God bless you.
Likewise.
Man, let's play a little rapid fire for you. Javonte Williams coming off the one full season, new system. I think he can kind of reach the Javonte old. What you think?
Oh, yeah. If coming in with Britt Brown, I think that he's going to make sure he's in tip-top shape. We got one of the best in the business right there doing it. So, yeah.
Absolutely, man. Next one, man, I think Sanborn coming in with Flus and Turner coming in with White Cotton. I think we're going to see more of them than people think. These guys brought them over for a reason to implement them in their specific system. So I think they're going to be standouts outside of the obvious Micahs. And man, we got $50 million in cap space after we sign Micah. If somebody doesn't think they fix and go sign a receiver, then the money's no good if it just sits there.
Man, most certainly, man. If you're stagnant, if you don't move your feet with this, man, you'll be in the same spot. So I'm looking for a wide receiver, defensive tackle, and the DB to add to this particular team before kickoff on Sunday, man. Appreciate you, man. Thank you for calling in, bro.
Thank you, Law.
Yes, indeed, man. That was for now on. That's how we gonna be. Shoot, Big Amish, man. You live on the Nation, brought to you by FrenkelFirm.com. Go ahead.
How about them Cowboys?
Yo.
Let's ride them out.
Mm-hmm.
We got a big nasty.
Mm-hmm.
We got Booker.
Come on, man.
He's gonna take Jalen Carter to the ground so many times and make him stink up the field so bad that even Mando won't even help him. Now, focus on the offensive side. I want to know your thoughts also. We're going to have to run a 12 and 13 personnel, in my opinion, at least 50 to 60% of the time, in order to have the best out of Dak to protect him as well. And it seems to me that our tight end group is really going to control our destiny as well, because we're going to need those outside blocking schemes to get Jaden Blue loose on the outside and get defenses tired. But that's what I want to leave you with.
No doubt, man. Appreciate you, man. That's my guy. Yeah, the Big Amish, man. Let me break this down. What he's saying basically is that, hey, we can bring 13 personnel back to the board. There's nothing wrong with that. And then on top of that, hey, we can line them up at 12 personnel. We're going to get gritty, nasty. And look, don't be surprised if all of a sudden we at the 50-yard line and y'all be like, why are they in this goal line situation? Because they might just run the ball. With all of these offensive linemen we got and the power up front, I think that getting a yard won't be a problem, man, with the Cowboys. Come on with it. I got my guy from the 469, man. You live on the Nation. Talk to me, my brother.
Yo, good afternoon, Law.
Good afternoon.
So real quick, man. Hey, we replaced Zach. We replaced D-Law. And now we're asking a rookie corner, which I think he's going to be a baller, Law. I don't want to be a downer.
Right.
But we're asking him to cover now. And these are facts. Now what? That's what I'm asking the Cowboys. One thing Cowboys have nightmares about doing is giving up anything in the future.
Right.
Because they're comfortable now. And they're comfortable now because in their head, just thinking like Jerry, we got our Zach. We got our D-Law back. And to address the Diggs injury, that's it. So until they're blinking lights, they will move. But even in saying that, we still got that can of whoop ass for them birds, bro. So that's all I got. Peace
man.
out. Cowboys for life. Law Nation. Peace.
Man, appreciate you, man. You know, good call from my guy. So when you thinking like that, you know, Chavon probably need, you know, a situation and scenario that to be sitting back from afar, because I think that we can go and still get a veteran DB. Shanti Samuel's still out there. I'm just keep saying that name until it hits, all right? Or you got to pick up the phone and make a trade. But I just see the Cowboys making some type of movement. It can't be just sitting still. MJ, man, you're live from the 206 in the mix. Talk to me, man.
What up, Law? We gonna do good, man. I'm not worried about that. What that guy say? Let that old thing go. In with the new, out with the old. We gonna be okay. The DNs, we got so many. That pass rush gonna be dangerous. They even said they made a mistake. Buffalo said they messed up that corner, and he probably be better with us. And you know, and the guy running 4-3. So I'm not worried about that, man. The Cowboys gonna be whooping people butt, and like your boy said, that run game will make that press even dangerous. And Mingo gonna turn it out for us. Mingo and Flo. So I'm not worried. And you got all to everybody get cut to get another receiver. So Cowboys gonna be kicking butt. I'm not worried about it. So how about them Cowboys? Let's go.
Come on with it, man. Shoot, that's what I like to hear right there. That's MJ, y'all.
he said we're gonna be okay. He gave us some intel on Kyrie Elam, that the Bills, said that they messed him up. So we'll find out, man. We'll find out, man. All right, I got the next caller. Let me see what we got right here. Next caller will be DC from the 972. You're live on The Nation, brought to you by FrenkelFirm.com. Talk to me, man. Talk to me.
What's going on, Lau?
Hey, what's good?
Hey, I got a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
How many NFL games did Jimmy Johnson coach before he became the head coach for the Cowboys?
0.
Okay.
Yeah, he ain't coached
how
a
much
single.
NFL experience did he have?
0.
Okay, what I'm trying to figure out why everybody got upset about Shotty and as never coached a NFL team, but he got more experience than Jimmy Johnson, if you really look at it.
Well, Jimmy Johnson won, I believe, 2 national college championships for the University of Miami, and then I think he was on the national championship that was won by Oklahoma. So he given a little grace and mercy there. That's the only reason why, And to be fair, they didn't like Jimmy year 1. The media tore his ass up.
Yeah. But then you got to look at like Shotty's father. He was there when he was winning them championships too. So
no doubt,
I mean,
man.
you got to take that in consideration. But I'm just saying,
No doubt, bro. Appreciate you for calling in, man. Thank you. Good call from him, man. From the 971, you're live on The Nation, brought to you by FrenkelFirm.com. Talk to me, bro.
What's happening?
Yeah, what's going on, man? Talk to me, man. What you got?
Oh, none. Just called to holler at you. Oh, so y'all need another wide receiver. That's what y'all crying about?
We got areas of need: defensive tackle, wide receiver, and defensive back. Those are 3 holes that's left on this team.
You just got Golden, undrafted. He'll make the team. So you ain't gonna get they ain't gonna sign no other wide receiver for Dak. They ain't gonna, don't trade nothing. Don't just keep everything the way it is. Dak got to go out there and win ball games. He got $250 million.
Okay.
So you ain't gonna get nothing. So when you ask for that kind of money, you can't bring a veteran in because you got all the money. And I hope people understand and wake up.
Okay.
That's how they got no money for that. You know that already, Law.
Okay. Yeah.
So Dak got to go out there and win them ball games. He got that money. If Dak can't win the ball game, you need to get rid of Dak.
No doubt.
After.
Yeah, appreciate you for calling in, man. And
what you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
I got from the 562, you're live on The Nation, brought to you by FrenkelFirm.com. You live. Talk to me, man.
Lord, that was funny. I'm gonna keep it short and sweet. My question is your thoughts on the linebacker play.
Okay.
Like you said, last year we couldn't stop the run. Granted,
I got Frenkel on my side now. You good?
Man, you hear that?
Yeah, man. We can call Frenkel now.
I always got my brother.
Yeah.
Look, I always got my brothers with me.
Okay.
What I was gonna say. So yeah, the linebacker play. You think Damone Clark ever gonna see the field again, or he's gonna be on special teams? And who's your starting 3?
I think Damone Clark, he's going to get his walking papers. I think that our starting 3 will be, I think they figure out a way to put Mears Leofile in there. He going to fight for it. I know for sure Kenneth Murray's going to start and Jack Sanborn. Those could be your 3 right now.
And then when Overshawn get here, he gonna take that spot from one of those other two guys. Yeah.
Okay. Who you got running that mic?
Ooh, that's to be determined. Yeah, to be determined. From because I asked him that same question, and he said he did just like that. Ooh. And I echo exactly because I wanted to know how he sees Sandbarn and as well as Kenneth. So remember, he never coached Kenneth, so they want to see how that's going to work, bro. But I thank you for calling in, bro.
Anytime.
Yeah, it's a good call from him, man. I got from the 214. You're live on the Nation. Brought to you by FrankelFirm.com. Talk to me.
What's up, Loud man? I just realized you was even live. This is my first time calling in a minute, but during the draft, man, I was so upset with the Booker pick immediately. I'm okay with it now.
Yeah.
Immediately, I was so mad because I'm sitting there looking like we got Hampton on the board, Ibuka, Golden. Why not take one of or Barron for the holes that we needed? But I personally, right now, I think we got 38 million right now. I think if we got 38 million, I know they don't want to spend no money. I know how Steven is. We understand that. But it would be Dak and CD need some help. So hopefully one of these rookies can handle business, possibly Isaiah Bond, whatever, but I would like for them to try to get, if they can, both Keenan Allen and Amari Cooper, even though they're older veterans.
Yeah.
That's a lot of somebody gonna beat you. One of them gonna beat you. You can't double everybody, but you just knowing that they not gonna spend money like that. But to the caller referring to Dak with this 250, Dak earned that, bro.
No doubt, man. Appreciate you.
Dak can only do what he do. Dak can't block or none of that. So all that extra, they need to go on with that, bro. Dak just fine.
No doubt, man. That's from the 214, man. Good call from him. It's funny that, I'm going to list the quarterbacks getting $250 million. It's just not stated the way because people look at APY. Burrow's getting $250 million. He got 2 wide receivers. Hurts getting paid $250 million. When you get paid $250 million, it's $250 million. A little 3, a little 4 might be different than the other ones, but it's still the same money, And if everyone else can have two wide receivers, of course, the Cowboys can scrape up some coins to get 2 wide receivers. The 901, you're live on the Nation. Talk to me.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, bro.
For the first dude who said something about Dak money, that's the most idiotic thing I ever in my life heard. We actually do have the money to sign more players and plus pay I like Jay Ferguson, Deron Bland, and plus Brandon Aubrey and still sign up players. And when you do that, it's creating more money for us. I do not get none of these Dak haters at all trying to make it seem that his contract is the real reason why we can't do nothing in free agent. Because if it was, we would not sign free agents. Yes, I know most was cheap, but then again, we still sign free agents and still have the money to sign even more free agents. It's just ridiculous. And I'm trying to say how you're a Cowboy fan, but you hate it on so bad. How? At this point, I believe some of these folks ain't even Cowboy fans.
No doubt, 901.
It's ridiculous.
I appreciate you for calling in, man. It's a good call on the rapid fire, man. Appreciate you, bro. Thank you for calling in, man. Good call.
All right.
That's my guy, man.
And they understand the cost that is involved.
He understands the cost. And he messed me up. He kind of mind raped me because it sounded just like Brandon. I was like, is that Brandon? Jeez. But he's not Brandon, of course. Yeah, y'all know what Brandon Ross sound like. He sounded just like Brandon Ross, didn't he? God dog. Boy, I'm just like, wait a minute. My mind was messed up, but he did sound just like Brandon. I can't make this stuff up, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so with that, it's the Memphis, okay. Is Brandon from Memphis? I haven't heard from Brandon in a while, but man, sound like Webby, yeah. But he's right, man. The quarterbacks, you got to pay them. That's the price of doing business. You can move on and say, okay, let me see what Joe Milton can do. But we're not finna play around with that. I'm going to play to the strength of my quarterback, and that is play action. Simplify this thing all the way to the point whereas I know my quarterback can make multiple reads, but why put him in that, right? You don't have to crisis management everything, right? There's nothing wrong with when you drive and put your car in cruise control. It's right there. Some people still like to press the gas, right? Save gas, man. Put your car in cruise control. There's nothing wrong with rolling the windows down yourself, right? But if your car already got the electric ones, use the electrics, you know? So that's just what I'm saying. You got it. Thank you so much for your support. Remember, for 12 months, my name is You Got It, and I understand the cost. Yeah, for 12 months. Yes, indeed. Yes.
And they understand the cost that is involved.
Oh, boy.
There's 1,000 of you. I said close them doors.
Yes, indeed, man. I think today was a real good show. I thank all of y'all. I thank y'all for y'all support. If I could, man, I'd do every day a 4-5 hour show. And I would do that, you know, but I can't. I wish I could. Why are we still dragging our feet on signing Gilmore? Dude played great for us, not even asking for a lot. All of our CBs aren't injured. All of our CBs are injured, shaking my head, Jerry. There are certain rules that we have to abide by, right? And they're trying to shuffle as much players as they can. I caught news that there was a certain DB that was going to be here, but the house was too full. And they had to wait to a certain day to release a certain player. But if you that DB, you can only take that as a grain of salt, right? And I can't release the DB's name. But what he did was said, okay, all right, so what I'm going to do here is I know for sure that the Raiders and the Denver is calling me. I'm going to go ahead and at least get something because I can't wait. They're giving me an opportunity now. So I got to go where the opportunity is. And now today they released a few players. Maybe he tell the Raiders and the Denver or whoever and say, hey, you know what? I'm going to chunk up the deuces. I'm coming back to Dallas, you know. But for the meantime, in the between time, I got to take care of my bills that I owe right now. And that's just how that goes, ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately. So regardless of whether it's a defensive tackle, a wide receiver, or another DB that we pick up, one can argue, a linebacker. But the Cowboys really, really going to measure twice, cut once. I think that the Cowboys operating the same way because signing Parsons now will not benefit the Cowboys marketed and media team. What draws interest to this, whenever Parsons is signed, we already know the 4-letter, the 3-letter networks. They want a part of this viewership too, right? They want to make a press conference out of it. It might be some late night that they sign Parsons, but it's going to be on a grandiose day. Cinco de Mayo's around the corner, right? Who knows? But it will not benefit the Cowboys because they are a drama-based led team, a marketing team, to sign Parsons now, right? It will not benefit those boys at all. So with that being said, Cowboy Nation, let's continue to figure out ways to develop and grow from with ourselves. Let's continue to juggle our minds with everything. Shout out to you, Holly. Shout out to you, Jay Lombardi. Shout out to you, Madman. Thank those who agree with me. Thank those who disagree with me. That's the whole point. I don't want all of y'all to agree with me. I want some of y'all to disagree. Give me structure, Cowboy Nation. I want structure. I want your honest feedbacks, you know. I can't give y'all high energy every day. No. If you would have seen what I was doing last night, you would say, okay, Law. Yeah. Okay, Law.
And they understand the cost that is involved.
Yeah. We did a lot of work last night at the event. So I'm a little drained. I didn't finish up until like 10, 11 o'clock, close to going on to 12 o'clock. Grinding hard. The works that I put in. The evolution of the game and the mindset that we've been doing. I've been working hard. I've been working hard. I've been working hard, y'all. Really hard. And so y'all got to understand the cost of it all. But at the end of the day, if I could show y'all how many interviews we done sat down with. Matter of fact, I will. Hold on. Stop my music. Stop my music. Stop my music right quick. Hold on. I'm going to let y'all know. Just give y'all a little behind the scenes action. Hold on. And so y'all can see the work that Law Nation been putting in. Yeah. Boom. Okay. Boom. All right. And we talk about that. Boom. We talked about that already. Boom. All right. And where are we? Boom. We right here. We was at this this event. We had a great time. We had multiple interviews set up. Let me see. There's one of them right here.
Indeed, we are here at a.
We was there.
All
I set up with him. I set up with her.
With another one at the Master Connection, the Momentum. And
we had her sitting down.
Yeah.
I had my guy who owns Ring World sit down with me.
Yeah, reporting live here and Faye making moves, and it's unbelievable.
That guy, I didn't even know he played in the movie. He played in what's the name of that damn movie? Shy. And he also played in Straight Outta Compton. Y'all probably know him when y'all see him. Jason Mitchell.
It was a little rainy earlier today, but hey, it kind of cleared up and everything is smooth to go now. And then the other dude, this ESPN Run Jarowski. We are here live. ESPN.
Yeah. So we had that one, man. We had a great interview with him. We had a great interview with him. He's a fashion design, good guy right there. We had an interview with him.
We are here at another Master Connection event.
Yeah. Oh, let me play my serious music behind this. Come on with it. Yeah, boy. Well, we had some good times over here. So the work is never done in the nation.
Now you got to say that again.
Hey, look, I ain't going to lie to you. Hey, this ain't no game, all right?
Yeah.
I'll sit up nice over here.
Yeah.
Making my lot. Look,
man, boy.
It's quality
that boy.
Production over here. Y'all
Yeah.
know about that.
Quality production.
That boy lied looked like he was just.
Hey, I'll take it.
Man, come on with it, man.
Come on with it.
Jimmy the Barber. Where Jimmy located
Jimmy
at?
in Irvin, Texas, man.
I'm gonna drive up there.
Yeah.
That's a 504 boy right there.
504.
Yeah, we talked to him.
Check out 3111 Sunset.
3111 Sunset.
Hold on.
To a multifamily mixed-use complex. We do it all.
So now we entering into a different lane.
Oh yeah.
We're not touching 5 figures.
Listen properly.
No. What figures are we touching?
No, these 7-8 figures.
7-8. This beyond 6.
That brother touching 7-8 figures. You know what I'm saying? Good conversation with him.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
You said where this is going to go. It's going down the pathway, whereas talk to me a little bit about pitfalls, because we know the success parts.
Yes.
What are some of the pitfalls to help people that's seeing what you're doing now?
Come on with it.
They want to know. They want to be just like you, but let them know, guide them through the pitfalls.
Absolutely. I think that being
In the words of prime time for your mind. Yeah.
Come on with it, baby. We've been grinding, baby.
Come on with it.
Yeah.
All right. Let's get it. I got a special guest. We are here live at Faye Making Move. I got a special guest to my right. This is the Master Connection. We're getting connected over here on some business.
Yeah. Boy, we gonna get it going, baby.
All right. We're here at another event.
Boy, look, I've been putting in some work, baby.
Yes, indeed. Like, we're going to break down the film of Tim Hardaway just scored. All right, we're here. Master Connection Momentum. You can't get momentum by staying still, right? Nope.
Come on with it, boy. Y'all better see the work we've been putting in, baby.
Yeah, let's get it crunk, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get it crunk over here, baby.
Come on with it. All right. But you said a major thing earlier about certain. Two. Yep. To see if he can give me a cup so I can just.
Let me get cups.
Cups.
Two cups.
Yeah. I never tasted just naked by itself, so I want to taste it. Naked all by itself.
Are we live naked with it?
Y'all better watch out, boy. Law crazy.
Yeah. Come on.
Enterprise, thank you so much for being here. J-Rod.
Yeah.
$1 million budget movie, Hollywood movie. It was Kong. I mean, NWA was big too, but Kong?
So I didn't know nothing about nothing. I was just sitting here talking to him. He like, yeah, I was in this and that. I'm like, whoa, wait a minute.
People bring up NWA every time they talk about him, but really, Kong?
Yeah. Somebody said, damn, Law, go back. Hey, y'all got to subscribe, baby. So I put in some work, baby. They say a prize fighter, huh?
Charles,
Come on with it. Come on with it.
You continue doing what you do for the nation, and then the nation will continue to bless you.
Y'all better watch out. Y'all may see Law on the big screen movie TV soon. Coming soon, baby. Sure. They're like, damn, man. So you did all of this. It was all natural. Appreciate you, Sadiq. Thank you so much. But like they say, that prize fighter, even when he's down, he continue to swing. He continue to fight. And even in the midst of you fighting, lift your head up, never look down. I like what my guy West Coast say. Never look down because the stars are up, right? And the star is up. And keep in mind, if you're an eagle, you fly beneath the star. You can't fly above it. So you can fly all you want, but you'll never fly above it, right? Come on with it. And the giant, boy, look at how the mighty giant is still looking up to the star. And the Washington team, you can move your stadium and change your name multiple times. And even though fecal matter is falling out of the sky, where your stadium is at, still, at the end of the day,
Nobody does it better. They can come closer than close, yeah. Original, they never will be.
original, they would never will be Cowboy Nation. And as we network and as we grow and build our platforms on different levels, that's what I was telling everybody. In the seat that you were in, there are two most important days of your life. The day you was born and the day you realize your purpose. And as long as you're operating in your purpose, ladies and gentlemen, you'll never feel like you're working a day. Come on with it. So Cowboy Nation, stay tuned. There's more elements of surprises coming from Law Nation Sports. That's all the time that I have for this moment, but I got to leave with this quote right here. And if you want a thing bad enough to go out there and fight for it, to work day and night for it, to give up your time, your peace, and your sleep, if all of your desires of it makes you quite mad that you don't get tired, and it makes you hold everything tawdry and cheap, if life itself seems empty and useless without it, and all that you scheme and dream is about it, if you'll gladly go out there and sweat for it, fret for it, or plan, to lose all terror of your mind, if you would simply, just simply go after the thing you want with all of your capacity, strength, sagacity, with faith, hope, confidence, and stern pertinacity, if neither cold or the poverty or the famish or fame or the sickness of body or brain can turn you away from the things you want, if dogged and grim and besieged and beset, with the help of Almighty, you will get it. Come on with it. Let's get on up out of here. One love. Let's go, baby.
Time to run it all.
Hey.
Go.
Come on with it.
Yeah.
up, flex, thumb down now. Check, no drip this. Tell 'em run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first die, stretch. Tell 'em run it up. I wake up, flex, thumb down now. Check, no drip this. Tell 'em run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first die, stretch. Tell 'em run it up. 9 out of 10 roll through my hands, I'm by my lonely. Come on. Turned to a savage, now my baby wants to hold me. I love my fans, don't need no friends, I got my homies. Thought I could trust you, I find out you tried to zone me. I'm number one up on that court, I'm Nick McGrady. The first one in, the last one out, can't call me lazy. Put in my hours, send the invoice and they pay me. I need 6 rings like MJ and Tom Brady.
Come on, baby.
I wake up, flex, thumb down now. Check, no drip this. Tell 'em run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first die, stretch. Tell 'em run it up. I wake up, flex, thumb down now. Check, no drip this. Tell 'em run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first die, stretch. Tell 'em run it up. Y'all gon' make me take that trip way out to Europe.
Don't let me take that trip.
I call up Nigeria, come through in a hurry. Those London boys don't come to play, you should get worried. One false move, find yourself, they getting buried. Dance with the devil, used to love playing those games. Made some bad decisions that brought my mama pain. I made a promise to her, swore that I would change. I'm on the come up, bet I live up to my name. I wake up, flex, thumb down now. Check, no drip this. Tell 'em run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first die, stretch. Tell 'em run it up. I wake up, flex, thumb down now. Check, no drip this. Tell 'em run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first die, stretch. Tell 'em run it up.
Hush your mouth. Hush it. Before I give you something to cry for. Now go ahead and take a drag of this. Come on. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Mama said, there'll be days just like this.
Take a drag of my cigarette, breathe me out, breathe you in, yeah. Take a bite of my burger, babe, save the last bite for you, for you. Ooh. Don't let the street lights hit you all alone. You know it's dangerous to go alone. Don't let the street lights hit you. Can I be your player too? I'll follow wherever you go, whatever you do.
Come on.
Player too, too. 7 years of a perfect love, 7 more and another one, and another one. Fighting you was the one I love.
Shout out to you, Sadiq. Shout out to you, Griffin.
All in one. Don't let the street lights all alone.
Thank you, everybody, for jumping in. Be sure to like, share, comment, subscribe, support. Player two, I follow wherever you go,
whatever you do. Player two, if a paper crane can fly, then forever doesn't feel that far. So far, so far. If a paper crane can fly, then forever doesn't feel that
Anybody can win the finals but the Boston now. Don't let Boston win. I feel you, Jay Lombardi.
if a baby grain can fly. Fly on, fly on, fly on, fly on.
Shout out to you, Naptown. Appreciate you, Pittman. Yeah. Come on with it.
And they understand the cost that is involved. There's 1,000 of you. I said close them doors. Ushers, close the doors. Close the doors. Close the doors. We all gonna leave together. There's 1,000 of you tonight, and those that are watching, it's 1,000 that's watching online. This is a small seed. If I get 1,000 online to give this, I'm challenging each of you all down here to give a $20 seed. But I need everyone standing up here with us, with me, to plant a seed of $100. Because again, it costs to sit up here. I got you. And this is what I need you to do. If you're giving electronically, or even if you're giving tangibly, bring them baskets. I want the basket up here. I want to see the folks. Y'all start moving. Y'all can bring it right now. Come. Even if you're giving tangibly, just put your hand on the, take your phone and stick it on the button. Shh. Giving is worship. Giving is worship. Giving is worship. Giving is worship. This ain't the time to talk. 1,000 people need to give $20. 1,000 people need to give $20. 1,000 people online need to give $20. This is easy, saints. This is an easy miracle.
Oh my goodness!
We should be able to raise $40,000 tonight just from y'all.
Believe it!
Swallowed up. Have you ever been swallowed up? Have you gone through a time of swallowing?
Nobody, they can come closer than close. Yeah. Does it better? Original, they never will be.
Take the money out! All of it!
Sacrifice.
Come on!
Don't give
It's
up
my time now, come on!
Everything will be alright on any given Sunday. Yeah. Depend on you. If you win or lose, you know you got to pay some dues to live on Monday. Yeah.
See y'all a little later on tonight. One love, man. Love y'all to the stars and back.